Now, we're technically in a different stream, so people would have to open this one up.
But it still should be linked to your YouTube, right?
And if people click notifications, then they should see that I'm on. Fomando's already back in. But I don't know why his chat didn't come up.
Jack said there may be two. Somebody's watching. Oh, Joe's watching. He got an alert, he said.
Oh, good. I don't know what I did to the chat. Oh, there it comes. It's coming.
Captain Shotgun's back.
Hey, we're gonna blame the weather. Don't know what happened.
Strife, you were asking about our favorite springers and flywheelers, I believe. This is my favorite springer.
That is a seagull, and I don't have a seagull yet.
Yeah, and then
I don't know if I need one.
Do you have a Harrier?
No. I don't. The only worker blaster I have is the Nightingale that I got at Maryland.
I didn't like the stock, so I put this worker stock on. I did get matching mags. Yeah. And then I just like the orange up front.
Captain Shotgun, we're blaming the weather, and I'm still learning how to do this. So if I scheduled more streams, that was purely accident.
Oh, Shotgun that asked about it. Sorry about that.
But I'm glad we're back, and we've got a few people coming back in the chat, so that's good news. But I did warn everybody, hey, we might end abruptly because of the weather. So I gave that precedent.
Yeah, Fomando says having a Harrier made him decide he didn't need a Seagull. I agree. They're too similar. And since I bought this one, I didn't buy the Harrier. They're too similar.
I think as far as Springer goes, it's the Nexus Pro X. I like that a lot. That's my go-to Springer. I have the higher power spring in there, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, this one's only hitting like 180. But I like it.
Yes, Captain. I hope to try out your Nerf long shot. That'll be amazing.
Shotgun, this is my favorite blaster.
That's cool. Who made that for you?
I did.
You made that?
Yeah.
Look at you. You're so handy.
I mean, that was the part, I bought. I put a sling mount on it. I think you get this from AK Blaster Mod. But I just like the colors. It's like zombie, but colorful. Fomano says he loves his unicorn.
If anyone asks me about you, Fomando, I usually point them towards Instagram to try to get a hold of you.
Shotguns. Captain Shotgun says that that you're going to love his Nerf long shot, and you won't want to pick up a worker blaster again.
I look forward to trying it. He's trying real hard to get here in August, and so that'd be really great.
What's your favorite flywheeler?
Favorite flywheeler? Right now, it's the Maxim Pro. I like that a lot. How about you?
I've never put batteries in my Maxim Pro. It's just sitting there. I'm bad. Uh, I don't know. The Venom I like a lot. My son's favorite is the Spectrum.
Spectrum's
And
great.
we put this new foregrip, and it totally changes the blaster in terms of like the ergo and how comfortable it is.
Yeah.
And he is ridiculous with this thing. In fact, I outlaw it sometimes because he's too good with it, at least in the basement, you know. Well, actually, that might be my favorite flywheel.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. I'm afraid to break it though, so I don't use it very often.
That's how
I think this was like Paper Skeleton's like fifth one he did.
Oh.
He did a run of like 10 of them, and he was like numbering them at first.
Yeah.
Or he was like doing, you know, Instagram posts. This is the fifth one. This is the sixth one.
Right.
I think I was number 5.
I'm the same way with my 3D printed blasters. I can't afford to replace them, so I don't use them very often.
Yeah. Yeah, it's same.
I was gifted. I've bought 1 or 2. I don't want to risk breaking it.
Like Maryland, when I bought that blaster and it lasted for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. You're showing off blasters. YouTube probably thought that was a firearm. They cut us off. It wasn't the weather at all. We don't have this is a toy disclaimer going like Box does.
It's possible.
Although yours are very brightly colored.
Captain Shotgun had a stream taken down when he showed a Venom Pro, he says.
Oh boy. Yeah, I apologize. AJ's texting me and saying that there's a couple different live streams to choose from, and I don't know why it's doing that. I did try to get back in to the live stream a couple times, and so I'm wondering if it scheduled those, and I was having computer issues, and so I closed everything down, restarted, and got into this one without like scheduling it again. So hopefully people find this again. I don't know. Someday we won't have any bugs or issues, and it'll be very flawless. Today's not that day.
AJ wants to know how your first event was that you ever ran.
Not good. I think that was probably a friend of mine. I think his son was turning 7 or 8, and he asked me to do a Nerf birthday party for him. And it was my first Nerf birthday party. I didn't really know that many games yet. I really just kind of had all the kids run around and blast each other, which for 6, 7, 8-year-olds, sometimes that's all you need. But that it was very chaotic. And that was, I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So I've learned a lot since then. I've learned a lot of more game modes. I've got more game devices. I've got more inflatables and blasters and darts. So we're way better at running birthday parties now. I bet your birthday party the other day was great.
The one that I did?
Yeah. How many kids did you have there?
We had 5 on 5.
Perfect.
10 kids.
Perfect.
And they had a pretty nice front yard, and we just made barriers for them, and it worked out perfectly. And it was good size yard, like it was the appropriate distance for stock Nerf blasters. Yeah, it was cool.
AJ, organized chaos. AJ says, mine wasn't going well until I threw out all the rules and gave them unlimited, infinite respawns. Sometimes you just gotta. A lot of times, kids just want to blast other kids, and sometimes you just gotta let them do it.
See, I got lucky. They did. They had three. They had a 3-life team death match, and we literally got down to one kid had 2 lives left, and 2 kids each had 1 life left, and then it was 1 versus 1, and the rest of the kids were just going bonkers on the sidelines because the 2 kids were running around and they had to keep picking up and reloading, and they were running and they were missing, and the last stand went for quite a while. It was pretty funny.
So what blasters did you use for that?
I brought 20 blasters, and it was mainly front loaders, nothing flywheel, nothing magazine.
Perfect.
Yeah, reflexes and hammer shots and a lot of those. Jolts and different things.
Yep.
Yeah. Simple prime springers. No mags. No batteries, no mags.
Yep, that's the way to go. Are we still on? We got 7 viewers. We're still going live, guys.
Yeah, AJ said 10 kids is the perfect Nerf party. I agree. AJ wants to know how we liked Mayhem.
How did you feel about it? That was your first big event.
It was first real hobby event. So I done Jared's Epic Blaster Battle, but that's kind of like that's not really a hobby event. And I've done a couple of local battles, but that was the first real hobby event, and I had a blast. Yeah. H3Z was great. Sorry you died.
It happens sooner or later.
I didn't see it happen. I would have prevented it.
Well, I appreciate that. Next year.
Yeah. Did you die with Maritime at the same time?
I don't think so. I think he died before me. I want to say I died when Backyard Foam died. In that, I don't know what building it was, but we were kind of all pressed in this little alcove.
Yeah.
And there was
so you never took off running, because we eventually took off running and went up the hill.
Correct. Okay. I think that was after I already turned.
And I broke my Percy's hopper running away.
I saw the end result of that.
Yeah, and I lost like 100 rifle rounds, like running across the street.
I didn't know that part.
But I duct taped it for the last stand. It worked out. We got back. So I was running around with a low power spring Outlaw and just carrying parts of my Percy's and just running with my Outlaw up a hill. It was great.
Yeah, and such great people. I enjoyed spending time with all of you guys. I wish there was more time. And I guess not all of you. I'm looking at the chat, and Dead Man's Foam is in the chat still, but he wasn't there. But most everyone else was. Captain Shotgun wasn't there, but hopefully we'll all get together sooner or later.
AJ said I felt so bad when you died. I did. I kept yelling for you. We got to the top of the hill, and I was asking for you.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to all of us at some point.
Yeah. And I think Backyard Foam, everyone but his sister got turned because she was running up the hill with me. And I think she was the only one from the group that made it, from her group.
Yeah, most of us were on Team Mars. That's true. I tell you what, though, I wasn't really into the objectives. I was more into just visiting with people.
I don't know what the objectives were. I don't know what we built something. There was a rover at one point. I don't know. I didn't follow any of that.
I didn't really follow it either. No, I was too busy playing and talking.
No, I just wanted to check corners and check walls and stuff like that.
Oh, we did sing the Bruno Mars tribute. Yep, that's true.
Jexter says the Goonies all started on Mars. Yeah, that's right.
See, guys, I'm old and my memory's not so good. That was over a month ago now. This is part of the dance thing, right? Like all my memories used up. Yep, Builder BB had the Muppets alien outfit. That
had to have gotten hot, right?
for sure. Yeah, he wore it the whole day.
He did.
It was impressive. It was impressive.
Yeah.
He stuck with it.
Maritime put his outfit on. I think he lasted 5 minutes, maybe.
Wasn't long. I think just long enough.
He never left the tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one picture, and then he took it off.
That's how long I would have lasted. There's no way I'm doing that.
But Mando, you've got the moves. That's for sure. That's for sure. What's the saying? Dance like nobody's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've got many wonderful humans in this chat, and definitely there's several in the hobby for sure. It's one of the reasons why I'm here, because I'm surrounded by such great people.
Yeah, X-Fox was on Mars as well. Who's a good group?
Great group. Trying to see. I feel bad that I had all these live streams trying to come up because I don't know what I'm doing. Someday, guys, I'm going to learn how to do this well. Maybe. So what's our plan? I mean, we originally talked about doing this once a month.
You asking me?
What do you think? Yeah, I'm asking you. Who else is here?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, once a month would work. I don't think weekly would work. Maybe once every 3 weeks. I almost feel like once every 3 weeks would be good. It'd give enough hobby topics to talk about. You know, it's not a news stream, right?
Yeah. No, this is what I like. I like the interactions with people.
Yeah.
And Dead Man's Foam says maybe every 2 weeks. Fomano says every 2 weeks. I like that.
Checkstar said this is such a dad conversation.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think schedules will play a little bit of a role here, but we can try every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, something like that.
So it'll have usually the fourth Thursday of the month is our family night at Dragon's Lair. So if we want to stick to Thursdays, we have to work around that. We don't have to stick to Thursdays.
Well, you could do every third or every second, and then just avoid that one, and that week becomes 3 weeks, I guess. You'd be like 2, 2, 3 or whatever.
Maybe you and I will talk about that more offline.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, what do you think? Are we wrapping it up for tonight, you think, guys? Oh, I didn't hear this about Blaster Barbie.
Got tipsy? Okay. I didn't know that.
Not set day, Dead Man's Foam says, just bi-weekly. Yeah, I can try to put like a notification up like a couple days in advance or something.
We wanted to avoid certain days just because there are weekly regulars. Fomando said he got heat stroke. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was feeling crummy that night. Remember, he didn't come out to dinner.
Oh yeah, you're right. I thought that was just a Canadian thing.
Oh, oh, that's
They're
just
not used to the heat.
That's a heat stroke thing.
Yeah, they're not used to the heat, probably.
That's true. That's true. Oh, it was Mother's Day. She deserved to have a drink. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, she's got like 4 kids, I think.
I was gonna say that, and see, now I feel bad that I'm making the excuse that I don't do more Nerf things because of my family. But she's got 4 kids and doing all sorts of Nerf stuff.
Well, my issue is I have a 1-year-old. She'll be 2 in August. So when you have a little one, you're kind of tethered.
Very tethered. Yeah. Mine are 16 and 12, so I'm not quite as tethered, but they still take a lot of attention. Checkstar, yeah, we can't believe you made it all day either. we got to train. Got to train for this.
Fomando says we're gonna have some groupies whenever we stream. That's cool.
That would be great. Again, thank you guys for being
Blaster Barbie flies to practice. Have you heard that?
She said that on her last stream that she was on.
Yeah.
Because she says it's like $65 to fly to wherever she lives to New York or wherever she's, whatever team she's playing with. I mean, that sounds very reasonable.
Oh, absolutely. I just can't believe someone flies to Nerf practice. That's
Thank you, Checkstar. That's nice of you to say.
Fomando says he did train for it.
I should have. I didn't do any of those exercises you put on Instagram because I'm a loser. I know.
You did none of the foam fitness?
None of the foam fitness, no. I did try to walk a little bit more with the dog, but that didn't really help.
Well, I actually cut a bunch of weight from January on just counting calories. And then as I got closer, I started doing the foam fitness and lifting some weights and stuff like that just to get a little bit of cardio.
Slamming double potassium and iron pills. That was good thinking too, AJ. Jackson, yeah, I don't have a passport. I need to get a passport so I can come up there and visit you guys.
And I got to get a real ID first and then the passport.
Yeah, I've got the real ID.
My passport expired and now I got to get the real ID. It's a whole process.
That's very kind of you.
Well, Checkstar may come. You may see, if you come to Indy next May, you may see Checkstar. He's trying to get there.
I am tentatively planning on it. I brought it up to the wife already, and so it's on the radar. AJ says Cedar Rapids is beautiful. That's kind of him to say. There's definitely some beautiful parts of Cedar Rapids, and there's other parts that aren't so beautiful, but it's okay. That's many towns are like that. Yeah. Speaking of Prince Edward, that's where Maritime's off to tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. Look at the pictures. It is beautiful there.
It sounds amazing.
I want to go vacation there.
Yeah. Maybe we should just all go and surprise him. Go crash his party.
Well, we should do like a July or August trip when it's in the Midwest, 90 degrees. And
all right, fellas. I'm kind of wondering if it's about time to be wrapping this up. Ooh. I just saw a bolt of lightning out the window. Probably time to be wrapping this up. Well, thank you again, everybody, for being here. Dead Man's Foam, Foamando, Juckstar, Captain Shotgun was here. Even Captain Xavier showed up for a little bit. Maritime showed up for a little bit.
General Strife,
Joe, Xbox
Dead Man
Games.
Foam.
What a great way to start this venture. I appreciate you guys.
What was the most people we had in the chat? Do you remember?
We had 12 at one time.
So 12 is our record.
Yep. Good way to start.
Yeah.
Good way to start. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, Juckstar, we'll do our best. I think the worst is past us, but it's coming towards. Well, Andy, it's probably coming towards you. So heads up.
I'm gonna get it tomorrow.
Yeah. Gotcha. Oh yeah, AJ. Yeah. Click the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, do all. I'm not a good YouTuber, guys. I don't remember to do all those things. But yes, do all those things. Share. We'll get this figured out and get all the bugs worked out at some point.
We got plans, guys. So we're gonna grow this thing. We may or may not have backdrops on the way.
May or may not. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Oh, there's Matt Ceratops. Matt Ceratops, we were just about to cut out. We were just saying goodbye. Now we can't say goodbye. We got to talk to Matt Ceratops. How is it,
Matt?
What time is it in Australia right now? It's got to be late. Or is it early? You guys are 13 hours ahead of us. What's the math? Well, 13 hours ahead of me. I don't know about everybody else.
So it's 11 o'clock
in the morning. It's already Friday for him.
No, you're at 9 o'clock, right?
I'm at 9:15 right now.
So it's 10 o'clock there.
10
it's 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning. Hey, hello. I appreciate you stopping in, Matt Ceratops. It's
yeah, that's awesome.
We're going to try to do this maybe once every 2 weeks, probably around this time, maybe around Thursdays. We haven't quite figured all that out yet. We still got a lot of bugs to figure out. I don't know how to do any like transition screens or countdown screens. Maybe someday I will figure that out. General Strife has made some screens for us and some backgrounds, so that was really kind of him. So yeah. As we get deeper into this, we'll get a little better at it. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, and we'll do this again in a few weeks.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
All right. Take care.
We'll talk to you soon. See ya.